What's going on, everyone? So the Chicago Bulls have waived Torrey Craig and Chris Duarte. They had to do this in order to complete the Zach LaVine trade, and that's why they ended up getting waived. These are two guys that, we've even talked about Lakers trading for, right? Not just straight up, but included in packages as kind of like salary filler or added on guys, because both guys actually make a ton of sense for the Lakers. They actually make even more sense now than ever, given Luka and the kind of guys you want around Luka. Legit two-way type of players, guys that can be 3-and-D, especially in the case of like a Torrey Craig, who is a vet who can do some things out there on the basketball court. So starting with Torrey Craig, let's break down both of these players. Again, I'd love either of these guys. Obviously, the Lakers cannot sign either right now. They don't have the roster spots, but they could pull off a trade or whatever, just kind of let Torrey Craig and Dort know, like, hey, we're probably going to sign you. Be patient. And then, they can wait around. You pull off the trades at the trade deadline and then sign them. It's always a possibility, right? Teams have conversations with players, right? But you look at Torrey Craig, 34 years old. I know some people are going to be like, that's too old. It's not too old. You need bodies. He's free. Not going to cost you anything. He's a 6'7", versatile 2 to 3 that can slot in and just do multiple things out there on the basketball court. You need a guy like that, right? At worst case, it's an end of the bench guy that never sees the court, but at least you have him in a pinch if you ever need him. I actually think you argue and justify playing him some real minutes. But in 13 minutes of action, he's shooting 49% from the floor, shooting 42.9%, so 43% from three-point range on 3.9 attempts. Basically, all of his shots this season have all been from three-point range, and he's shooting 43%. He is shooting 70% from two-point range on 1.1 attempts. He has an EFG this year of 65.6%. Now, it's a very small sample size, obviously, game to game, because it's only 5 field goals total. But, like I said, 4 of those 5 are from three-point range, which is basically it's what you're looking for him to come in and do, right? You're looking for a guy to come in, get, a handful of field goal attempts a night on average, and give you efficiency. It doesn't get much better, more efficient than 70% and 43% from three-point range. So I'll gladly take that. 75% from the foul line. He's also averaging 3 rebounds, an assist, half a steal, and 7 points per game, again, in 12.6 minutes of action. He's averaging nearly a point a minute off the bench, right? And again, you're talking about a legit, a 6'7", 220-pound, just versatile forward that has been there, done that, has had experience on multiple teams, just a nice vet that you can count on, that can come in and just do some things out there on the basketball court. Right? This is a guy that's gone on playoff runs, that has, played big roles. Right? This is a guy that has, been on teams where, he's playing 25 minutes a game and, giving you 9 points or whatever. Right? He's never been a star. He's always been what the Lakers would be looking for him to be, which is just that quality role player that can come in, come off the bench, give you, 7 to 10 points a night. Especially, again, if the Lakers are going to end up making a bunch of trades and stuff, you need guys. You need guys like a Torrey Craig. And especially if you're trying to win, right? You need a guy that you can trust in the playoffs, hitting big shots, having big moments. I really like the idea of Torrey Craig. I think he's a guy that makes a ton of sense for the Lakers. But Chris Duarte, 27 years old still, right? He's a guy that he's really kind of fallen off, right? Like Sacramento, he was looked at as oh man, this could be a real piece. This could be a real guy. Again, a 6'5", 6'6", versatile shooting guard, small forward type guy. You look at his early years, especially his first year, right? He came in to the league, averaged 28 minutes per game, and was a 13-4-2 guy in his first season with Indiana, right? Then he goes from Indiana to Sacramento, right? And it was another just solid contributor, right? He had good seasons in Indiana. Even his second year in Indiana, he was a 8-point a game guy, 8 3-and-3 guy or whatever, right? guy come in, really be solid. And then he went to Sacramento, and his production dropped, his minutes dropped. He went from basically 20 to 28 minutes a game to 12 minutes a game. And then in Chicago, this past year, he's played in 17 games so far. He's only averaging 4.4 minutes. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and half an assist. And I'm being nice, rounding up 2 rebounds. So again, on the surface, not looking great. He is shooting 40% from 3 though. But again, these are guys that you're looking at. They're cheap, right? They're inexpensive. Like, again, you're making your trades. You're doing whatever you're gonna do, right? And then you're looking to bring in a guy like a Chris Dort, or who, again, is 27 years old, is not that far removed from where he was a really quality contributor and was looked at as like a legit two-way, guard wing in this league. And it was like, oh man, this guy might actually be something. And so, I mean, if you can get him back to a version of that, right, this is a guy that can make some real sense for the Lakers. You're bringing him in on vet minimums. You're paying him like $1 million each because it's prorated, right? Like, so, it's not like these are guys that you're, selling the farm for. It's not like they're literally just add-ons. They're guys that you're looking to have low risk, high reward, right? Guys that at worst case, they're filling the end of the bench. You need that anyway. You have to have 15 guys or 14 guys on the roster to play off 15 guys, right? Like, that's worst case. Best case, you get 2 guys that, are 6'6" to 6'7" that are coming in that can play both sides of the basketball. Both guys are shooting 40+% from 3-point range, and now you're in business, right? You got Luka and you got LeBron. You need to surround them by guys that can just shoot the basketball and defend, right? That's what you need. Luka and LeBron are going to be your engine. Luka and LeBron are going to be your shot creators. They're going to be the ones that are generating a good majority of the offense. You're looking for guys that can fit and complement these two. I don't hate the idea of either guy. I would personally prefer Torrey Craig. I mean, you could argue Dort because he's 27, so there's still the upside there. But I think Torrey Craig, would fit in seamlessly. Like, he's built a career. He has stayed in the league all these years by just being that constant. I mean, you just look at his numbers year in and year out. They're identical. I mean, the guy's clockwork. Like, he is the definition of, like, consistency. You look at his season, right? From this year back. 6.9 points, 5.7, 7.4, 6.9, 6.5, 6.6, 7.2, right? Like, literally, the guy is automatic, right? He's, for his career, 6 points and 4 rebounds. Let's look at the rebounds. 2.8, 4.1, 5.4, 4.3, 3.8, 4 exactly, 4.8. Right? Like, again, this is a guy that he basically will give you 6 and 4 on a nightly basis in limited minutes. And again, that's limited minutes. He's averaging 3 rebounds on 12.6 minutes per game. Right? Like, you look at Torrey Craig's per 36 this year, he'd be 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block, or half a block. Right? Like, again, obviously, per 36 doesn't tell the whole story, but kind of gives you an idea of, like, what you can expect if he, becomes something, or if he gets to play. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you like either of these guys? Do you like neither of these guys? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.